Ignatia from Allen's Keynote. Saint Ignatius bin family Loganiaceae. Specially suited to nervous temperament, women of a sensitive, easily excited nature, dark hair and skin, but mild disposition, quick and perceptive, rapid in execution. In striking contrast with the fair complexion yielding lachrymose, but slow and indecisive pulsatilla. The remedy of great contradictions, the roaring in ears, amelioration by music, the piles, amelioration when walking, sore throat fills, ameliorate when swallowing, empty feeling in stomach, not ameliorate by eating. Cough, aggravation the more he coughs. Cough on standing still during a walk. Spasmodic laughter from grief. Sexual desire with impotency. Thirst during chill. No thirst in the fever. The color changes in the face when at rest. Mental conditions rapidly, in an almost incredibly short time, change from joy to sorrow, from laughing to weeping, moody. Persons mentally and physically exhausted by long concentrated grief. Involuntary sighing with a weak, empty feeling at pit of stomach, not ameliorate by eating. Bad effects of anger, grief, or disappointed love broods in solitude over imaginary trouble. Desire to be alone, finally sensitive mood, delicate consciousness, inconstant, impatient, irresolute, quarrelsome. Amiable in disposition if feeling well, but easily disturbed by very slight emotion, easily offended. The slightest fault finding or contradiction excites anger, and this makes him angry with himself. Children, when reprimanded, scolded, or sent to bed, get sick or have convulsions in sleep. Ill effects from bad news, from vexation with reserved displeasure, from suppressed mental sufferings of shame and mortification. Headache, as if a nail was driven out through the side, relieved by lying on it. Cannot bear tobacco, smoking, or being in tobacco smoke produces or aggravates headache. In talking or chewing, bites inside of cheek. Sweat on the face on a small spot only while eating. Oversensitiveness to pain. Constipation from carriage riding or a paralytic origin. With excessive urging, felt more in upper abdomen, with great pain, dreads to go to closet in women who are habitual coffee drinkers. Prolapsus ani from moderate straining at stool, stooping or lifting, aggravation when the stool is loose. Hemorrhoids, prolapse with every stool, have to be replaced. Sharp stitches shoot up the rectum, aggravation for hours after stool. Twitchings, jerkings, even spasms of single limbs or whole body when falling asleep. Pain in small circumscribed spots. Fever, red face during chill, chill with thirst during chill only. Amelioration by external heat, heat without thirst. Aggravation by covering. Complaints return at precisely the same hour. Ignatia bears the same relation to the diseases of women that Nux does to sanguine bilious men. There are many more Ignatia persons in North America than Nux vomica persons. Herring. Relations incompatible. Coffea, Nux vomica. The bad effects of Ignatia are antidoted by pulsatilla. Aggravation from tobacco, coffee, brandy, contact motion, strong odors, mental emotions, grief. Amelioration, warmth, hard pressure, swallowing, walking. Ignatia from Homeopathic Materia Medica. Saint Ignatius bin produces a marked hyperesthesia of all the senses and a tendency to clonic spasms. Mentally, the emotional element is uppermost and coordination of function is interfered with. Hence, it is one of the chief remedies for hysteria. It is specially adapted to the nervous temperament, women of sensitive, easily excited nature, dark, mild disposition, quick to perceive, rapid in execution. Rapid change of mental and physical condition opposite to each other. Great contradictions, alert, nervous, apprehensive, rigid, trembling, patients who suffer acutely in mind or body, at the same time made worse by drinking coffee. The superficial and erratic character of its symptoms is most characteristic. Effects of grief and worry cannot bear tobacco. Pain in small circumscribed spots, the plague, hiccup and hysterical vomiting. Mind, changeable mood, introspective, silently brooding, melancholic, sad, tearful, not communicative, sighing and sobbing after shocks, grief, disappointment. Head, feels hollow, heavy, worse stooping, headache as if a nail were driven out through the side, cramp-like pain over root of nose, congestive headaches following anger or grief, worse, smoking or smelling tobacco inclines head forward. Eyes, asthenopia with spasms of lids and neuralgic pain about eyes, flickering zigzags. Face, twitching of muscles of face and lips, changes color when at rest. Mouth, sour taste, easily bites inside of cheeks, constantly full of saliva, toothache, worse after drinking coffee and smoking. Throat, feeling of a lump in throat that cannot be swallowed. Tendency to choke, globus hystericus, sore throat, stitches when not swallowing, better, eating something solid, stitches between acts of swallowing, stitches extend to ear, tonsils inflamed, swollen with small ulcers, follicular tonsillitis. Stomach, sour irritation, all gone feeling in stomach, much flatulence, hiccup, cramps in stomach, worse slightest contact, averse to ordinary diet, longs for great variety of indigestible articles, craving for acid things, sinking in stomach, relieved by taking a deep breath, abdomen, rumbling in bowels, weak feeling in upper abdomen, throbbing in abdomen, colicky, grippy pains in one or both sides of abdomen. Rectum, itching and stitching up the rectum, prolapse, stools pass with difficulty, painful constriction of anus after stool, stitches in hemorrhoids during cough, diarrhea from fright, stitches from anus deep into rectum, hemorrhage and pain, worse when stool is loose, pressure as of a sharp instrument from within outward. Urine, profuse, watery, respiratory, dry spasmodic cough in quick successive shocks, spasm of glottis, reflex coughs, coughing increases the desire to cough, much sighing, hollow spasmodic cough, worse in the evening, little expectoration, leaving pain in trachea. Female, menses, black, too early, too profuse or scanty. During menses, great languor, with spasmodic pains in stomach and abdomen. Feminine sexual frigidity, suppression from grief. Extremities, jerking of limbs, pain in tendo Achilles and calf, ulcerative pain in soles. Sleep, very light, jerking of limbs on going to sleep. Insomnia from grief, caress with itching of arms and violent yawning. Dreams continuing a long time, troubling him. Fever, chill with thirst not relieved by external heat. During fever, itching, nettle rash all over body. Skin, itching, nettle rash, very sensitive to draught of air. Excoriation, especially around vagina and mouth. Modalities, worse in the morning, open air, after meals, coffee, smoking, liquids, external warmth, better while eating, change of position. Relationship, compare, zinc, califos, sepia, semicifuga. Poor man's mercury. Sensitiveness over gastric region with hunger but an aversion to food. complementary nitramur, incompatible coffea nux, antidotes pulsatilla chamomilla cocculus, dose 6th to 200th potency.